All right guys, it's time for the ceremonial first crank. Let's see how it goes. Hey guys, you know that nothing gets my blood pumping like a fresh, hot generator, and we have one here today from the Atima Corporation. This is the AY3000i. You may recall that previously I've reviewed the little brother to this unit, which is the AY2000i. This generator is a 3,000 watt class of generator, and spoiler alert, I like this one even better. So let's come in and take a look at the Atima AY3000i. Build quality seems to be quite good. In fact, I would say it's a notch higher than the 2,000 watt model, and it's really higher than a lot of other competitor 3,000 watt units. Now this white stuff and black stuff is plastic, but the silver is aluminum alloy. So it really has a metal frame extending around the unit on both sides. Beneath the Atima logo, you will see, powered by Yamaha. Yes, this is a genuine Yamaha engine inside this generator. It's the MZ175 engine. The generator includes two manuals. The Atima manual for the inverter generator. You also get a Yamaha manual for the MZ175 engine. I'm going to start on the left. Here we have an LCD panel with a rotating display, and when the generator is running, this lights up, and it includes an hour meter, which is a really nice feature. Now you have no excuse for missing any oil changes, and there are some other statistics in there like RPM and power output and so forth. Moving to the main face of the unit, on the left you will see the traditional pull start. This unit does not have an electric start. There's no remote electric start, but I will say it is started quickly and easily every time I've tried it. The advantage of a pull start is that there's no battery inside. Those batteries to power electric starts can add 15 pounds to your unit. And you don't have that additional complexity, because as much as I love electric starts, that's one more thing to fail. And this is probably maybe more reliable over the long term. But next to the pull start, you will see your on-off switch. If your engine is cold, you want to rotate it all the way to the right to start it. If the engine is warm and you're restarting it, you can just turn it to on. Moving to the center panel, on the top we have a USB outlet, so you can plug your portable electronic devices, your smartphones, your tablets and so forth right into the unit if you want. Beneath that is the pilot lamp. The pilot lamp, you've got three warning lights, low oil warning light, overload warning light, and then AC is just a light telling you that it's outputting current. Smart throttle you should have in the off position when you start the unit, but then you can switch it on and it throttles down the unit for lower noise output and less fuel consumption. Now I'm going to turn on the smart throttle. Very nice feature to campsites. We have the 20 amp circuit breaker and the 12 volt circuit breaker. If you do overload the unit, these things are going to pop out, so you can use those as a reset switch. Beneath that is a very important feature. This is the cigar lighter. So if you're a cigar smoker, you can light your cigar right here, and we're going to try that in a minute. But this is the good old fashioned, what we used to call a cigarette lighter. Atima is calling a cigar lighter, which I kind of like, because I do like cigars. Now if you're a pipe smoker, you're kind of out of luck here, but this is where you can plug in any kind of DC power cords and cables. Next, we have a very important feature for you RV campers, and that is the locking 30 amp outlet. They do not include an RV adapter, so you're gonna have to buy one of these. These are super cheap. We'll have them listed in our store on Amazon. Shameless plug, no pun intended. Plug this into the unit, and then just plug your RV straight into it here, and you'll be getting the full benefit of the 30 amp connection. Next, to the right of the 30 amp, we have the 20 amp GFCI outlets, and they have little reset switches in the center if they happen to be overloaded. And beneath them is a little grounding point where you can run a grounding cable. And at the bottom of the unit, you will see the oil access panel. I really like this. You can access the oil reservoir without ever having to unscrew anything. I would recommend that you pick up a magnetic dipstick. I have intentions of getting one for my units. Magnetic dipstick will pick up any kind of stray metal shavings that might be flying around inside your generator. At the bottom here, we have the plugs for parallel output. These generators can be run in parallel with other Atima units. And if you have the optional parallel kit, you see you can plug in the parallel output and link two generators together. And in a future video, we may do just that. On the top of the unit, you'll find where you add the fuel. This does take gasoline only. There's no propane option to my knowledge, at least not without major aftermarket modification that I don't know anything about. Inside the fuel tank, you're gonna see a little filter that will help filter out any junk or impurities in your gasoline. And to the left here, we have a fuel gauge. On the right, we have the exhaust port, and notably, on the left, there is a handle. So the handle's nice. It does have a wheel kit, so you can extend the handle out and lift it up and roll it around. And this unit weighs about 90 pounds dry. So at 90 pounds, it's just light enough where your average non-steroid taking, non-NFL player can probably pick it up and put it in the bed of a pickup truck. Use the beer belly. Fantastic news, it fits under a tonneau cover. Inches matter in many things in life, isn't that right?
No comment.
I'm talking about football, of course. What did you think I was talking about? Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Let's take a look at the little brother and do a quick little compare and contrast to the big brother. I like them both, but I really prefer the 3000 watt unit because it should run our 13,500 BTU Airstream air conditioner with no problems. The running output of this generator is around 2,600 watts. The output of the little brother is around 1,600 watts. Now you could always buy two of these smaller ones and parallel them together, but personally I like the relative simplicity of having one larger unit. And frankly, the larger units are, because they're heavier, maybe a little more difficult to steal. There are two great grab handles on the top of this 3000 watt unit, and these are not only useful for lifting the unit, but they will be useful for locking and chaining it down with Kevlar cable, because generators are a popular theft target. Other differences with the 2000 watt unit, the 2000 watt does not have a locking 30 amp plug. It's only got the 20 amp options. AY2000 does not have a dedicated USB port, so you have to basically use an external USB outlet that you can plug into your 12 volts to charge your portable electronic devices. They both have a smart throttle. They both have the overload alert lights. They both even have a fuel gauge on top. They're both really well designed. I think these two go together nicely. Atima says that these generators were designed in Japan, even though they are built in China, and the AY3000i won some sort of design award, apparently. I love this aluminum alloy around the perimeter, and even the quality of the plastics. Yes, this is plastic, but it seems like kind of a premium glossy type of plastic. I mean, when you unbox your AY3000, you'll get a few things inside. You get a little toolkit that's a very basic toolkit that could help you open the case and I guess access a spark plug if you need to. You get the little 12 volt charge cables that you can plug in your cigar lighter and maybe charge a battery. They do include, by the way, the oil that you need. Do not attempt to start your generator without putting oil in the unit first. Whatever you do, do not pull the starter cord while the engine is running, because that can open up a rift in the space-time continuum, and whatever you do not want that. So you start it here, rotate it to on, and I'm going to turn on the smart throttle. And in our noise noise test, we found that it is quieter than the Bricky's Stratton and Champion competitors. It's not quite as quiet as our Yamaha, but it is almost as quiet. So to me, that is very acceptable performance. All right, so now I want to demonstrate to you guys the LCD display in action. So I have here my wife's jet engine of a hairdryer at full heat and full fan. This draws about 1,800 watts of power. I'm gonna turn on the smart throttle. See, it gets a little quieter. Now let's come around and take a look at the display panel. And so you can see some of these different readings. There's the RPM, there's the hour meter, and we're gonna go to the amount of power being consumed in terms of watts. All right, and I just wanna show you, I'm gonna turn on high 8 fan, and it's set to cool. So you can see we're drawing about 485 watts. So that's really useful information. Now I'm gonna dial up the hairdryer to warm. And you can see the power draw jumped up quite a bit. Toggle. Now we're gonna go to hot. So this will be maximum power draw with this hairdryer. So now I'm gonna turn all that stuff off and watch what happens. This generator supplies about 2,600 running watts of power. And so, you know, you can do a little math and figure out exactly what you can power simultaneously using your Atima. So here you can see the wheel kit in action. I'm gonna put the generator in the bed. Good old Seymour here. Once again, lift, use the beer belly, and work it into your truck. And again, wheels kind of come in handy here too. Oh, slide it back. Dun dun dun. Drum roll, please. Really, it's a perfect fit. I'm really happy about that. Again, I recommend you drink a lot of IPA because that really builds up the midsection padding and really helps when you're moving these things. Ironically, even though these weigh a lot more than the 2,000 watt models, they're not any more difficult to move around. Arguably, they're easier because you can roll them. Wheel kit, it's a beautiful thing. We're just gonna park our Atima 25 right there. Out here today, kind of a cool windy day, as you might have guessed. The ambient noise is around 48 decibels. This is the part where I usually issue a disclaimer. I'm not running a NASA research lab here. We're having some fun testing a generator, and we're gonna do the best we can under the circumstances. For best results, of course, you should not be plugged up to your camper when you start your generator. You wanna have the smart throttle set to off and pull. I'm gonna turn it on. This thing is so simple and quick to start. I'm really impressed with that. Now I'm gonna plug up the Good Ship Airstream, and I'm gonna turn on the smart throttle. Because frankly, I don't know why you would have the smart throttle off under most circumstances. So now I'm going to shut up and we're going to see what the decibel meter reads. So between 57 and 58 decibels. So it's pretty impressive. It's comparable to the Yamaha. It is a Yamaha. So right now the camper is drawing about 485 watts, and I have no extra appliances turned on. That's because it's the refrigerator, and it's rejuicing the house batteries. So that really shows how much of a power draw you can have even when you're really not running any appliances. So next I'm going to go turn on the air conditioner. So now it's running the air conditioner. So how many watts do we have?
Yeah, it shows you there. It's not really pulling anything.
Yeah, really not pulling much at all. With the air conditioner running, it's about 61 decibels of noise. It's kind of like our Yamaha. I'm going to keep the air conditioner running, and I'm going to put coffee mug inside our microwave oven. Turn on the microwave oven. So now we're running both the air conditioning unit and the microwave oven. So let's go outside and see what happened. So we're getting close to maxing it out. But it's running the microwave oven now, and also the air conditioner fan.
It's at about 62 and a half.
About 62 and a half decibels. So this is the coup de grace that will overload it. So that killed it. So what did it go up to? Or did
31.22.
Wow.
And it died.
Okay, that's good to know. It's no surprise that it overloaded. That's what we were attempting to do, is to overload the unit. Overall, I think the noise performance of this generator is quite good. I mean, to me, it sounds comparable to our Yamaha unit. So I ended up going with an Arturo Fuente Grand Reserva that has been wasting away in my humidor for about 20 years. Won't really fit. No. You really probably shouldn't cram tobacco inside of your generator. So I'm going to go with a different portable inverter cigar lighter. I don't know, is this an inverter? So that's it, guys. Look at the Atima AY3000i. Even includes a cigar lighter. Just don't use it to light any cigars. Overall, I really like this unit. I like Atima's claim that this unit goes to 2.5 times its operating power output for surge power, the power of the startup of appliances. I like even the color scheme of this. It's sort of like Airstream Silver and Seymour White. What do you think about it? Do you think Atima can be a player in the United States portable inverter generator market? Let us know. Post a comment. Tell us your impressions of this unit. To me, the engine of the Atima has that little bit of extra polish and refinement to it. And don't get me wrong, they all put out some noise if they're being placed under load. But there's something about the way those Yamaha engines, they kind of purr. That, you know, they've got that little bit more of a refined purring tone to them. And when they idle down with the smart throttle, they get pretty darn quiet. I think it stacks up very well against the Briggs & Stratton and Champion generators. I'll just put it that way. Because Atima is kind of a new brand, I can't really vouch for their customer service or quality control, but these units are covered by a 3-year limited warranty. It doesn't have the build quality of the Yamaha, like with the Yamaha's full metal case, but that Yamaha weighs 150 pounds. And of course the Yamaha is much more expensive than the Atima. So I think this is kind of a less expensive way to get a Yamaha powered portable inverter generator. I think it's pretty nice myself. So we have a lot of fun here on Long Long Honeymoon. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. Join Loloho Nation where we have a good time. Until next time, I'm Sean. This is Long Long Honeymoon where we say Loloho. Hey guys, if you like our videos, a great way to say gracias senor is to visit our store on Amazon. You can go directly to amazon.com/shop/longlonghoneymoon, or you can go to longlonghoneymoon.com and click the large supply store icon on the main page. The icon is so large, I don't even need my eyeglasses to see it. In our store, you will find all sorts of cool stuff, including Long Long Honeymoon hoodies, Long Long Honeymoon t-shirts, my hat, my shoes, my old underwear, my self-respect. Everything must go. Proceeds from our Amazon store are reinvested into our show, which requires large amounts of duct tape and lubricant to keep running smoothly. Who let the flies out? And by the way, those of you who are concerned about this is not actually tobacco, it's kale. This is organically grown kale, and there's no actual fire here. All of this has been painted in with CGI. The things we can do these days with technology. In fact, that's not even our Airstream back there, it's all green screen. So don't worry, I'm fine. I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. I can feel it.